Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. Today, we're diving into something that every one of us has dealt with at some point: how to stay calm under pressure. Whether it's a work deadline, an important exam, or just navigating through a hectic day, we all face moments that test our ability to stay composed.
Absolutely, and let's face it, sometimes it feels impossible to keep our cool when everything is coming at us all at once. But today, we're going to share some strategies and mindsets that can really help you navigate those moments of pressure with a lot more ease. We're not just talking about surviving, we want to help you thrive even under pressure.
Exactly. Thriving under pressure. Now that's the goal. So let's get started, and hopefully by the end of today's discussion, you'll have some practical tools to keep calm no matter what comes your way.
Absolutely. And that's why pressure can hit us even in the smallest of moments, like deciding what to say during an important conversation. The way we interpret those moments can really turn them into a source of stress. One of the best ways I've found to handle pressure is reframing the way I think about it. Instead of seeing a situation as a threat or something that could end badly, I see it as an opportunity.
All right, let's kick this off by talking about what pressure actually is. I mean, if you think about it, pressure is mostly about how we perceive a situation, right? It's that feeling when something matters a lot, and the outcome feels really important.
Exactly. One thing that's really helped me is learning to see pressure as a challenge rather than a crisis. It's like flipping a switch in my mind thinking, okay, this is tough, but it's also a chance for me to prove to myself what I'm capable of. That shift alone can take some of the fear out of the equation.
That's a great point. Perspective is everything. I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in the what-ifs that we forget that pressure often means we're doing something important or something that we care deeply about. And in that way, it can be a sign that we're on the right track.
Yes, deep breathing is such a game changer. I like the 4-7-8 method. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 7, then exhale for 8 counts. It really does wonders for calming your nervous system. It's funny how something as basic as breathing can make such a difference in how we feel and react.
That's a powerful shift. And I think alongside that mental shift, physical techniques are super important too. One technique I swear by is deep breathing. You know, it sounds simple, but when you're stressed, your body reacts with shallow, rapid breaths. If you can take a moment to breathe deeply, you can actually signal to your brain that it's okay to relax.
I do that too. It's like creating a positive movie in your mind, showing yourself how it can all work out. Sometimes I also visualize a calm place, like a beach or a forest. Just imagining myself there makes me feel at peace, even if I'm surrounded by chaos. It's amazing how our brains can create that feeling of calm if we guide it in the right direction.
Absolutely. Another thing I find effective is visualization. I try to imagine myself succeeding in whatever I'm doing. I picture the moment when everything goes right, and it helps me stay focused and motivated. Visualization is like giving your brain a preview of what you want to happen.
Oh, definitely. The feeling of being overwhelmed often comes from looking at the entire mountain instead of just focusing on the next step. I make it a habit to write down my tasks and prioritize them, and I celebrate even the small wins like finishing one section of a project. That sense of progress helps reduce the pressure, because you can see that you're moving forward.
That's a great idea. I think another important point is breaking down big tasks into smaller, manageable parts. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you see a huge task looming over you, but if you just focus on one small part at a time, it becomes a lot less intimidating.
Self-talk can make or break us in those moments, right? When you feed yourself positive affirmations, it actually helps to build resilience. I always remind myself, I am capable and I've got what it takes to get through this. And on that note, I think staying physically active is another fantastic way to reduce pressure. Even just a quick walk can do wonders for clearing your mind.
Celebrating small wins. That's a great practice. I also find that talking to myself positively can really help. Self-talk is such a powerful tool, and yet it's often something we overlook. When I'm under pressure, I tell myself things like, I've handled tough situations before and I can handle this too.
Stretches work great, especially those neck and shoulder ones that loosen up the areas where we tend to carry stress. Also, another thing I'd say is crucial is making sure to take breaks. When you're under pressure, the instinct can be to power through, but taking even 5 minutes to disconnect can actually make you more productive in the long run.
Yes, exercise is incredible for releasing stress. It doesn't even have to be intense. Just moving your body, getting your blood flowing, can really help. Sometimes, if I can't get out, I even do some stretches at my desk. It releases tension and helps me refocus.
Absolutely. Just having someone say, I understand, or you're not alone makes a huge difference. We often put so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect, but we forget that everyone goes through moments like this. Talking to a friend or family member can help you see the situation from a different angle, and sometimes that's all you need. I love that.
For sure. A 5-minute break can totally reset your perspective. I also think that opening up to someone you trust is an underrated way to deal with pressure. It's amazing how sharing what you're feeling can instantly make the burden feel lighter.
Learning from others can be really reassuring because it shows that it's possible to overcome challenges. And I think we should also remember to be kind to ourselves. Sometimes the pressure we feel is partly self-inflicted because we expect perfection. Acknowledging that we're allowed to make mistakes takes a lot of the weight off our shoulders.
That's true. And speaking of talking to people, it reminds me of another strategy-seeking advice or mentorship. When I feel overwhelmed, I often reach out to someone I admire who has been through similar experiences. It's comforting to hear their stories and learn how they manage the pressure.
Couldn't agree more. Building those habits helps us create a toolkit to turn to whenever we need it. And like any skill, staying calm under pressure gets better with practice. Every time we face a stressful situation, it's another chance to grow stronger and become more resilient.
Yes, we're all just doing our best, right? When we stop expecting perfection, it's easier to handle the ups and downs. At the end of the day, I think managing pressure is about building healthy habits like deep breathing, positive self-talk, exercise, and staying connected with others.
Reframe meaning to change the way you think about a situation in order to see it more positively. Example, instead of seeing failure as the end, I reframed it as a learning opportunity. Nervous system, meaning the part of your body that controls everything you do, including your brain and your nerves. Example, deep breathing can help calm the nervous system when you feel stressed. Visualize, meaning to create a mental picture of something in your mind. Example, I like to visualize myself succeeding before a big presentation. Overwhelmed, meaning feeling like you have too much to do or too many things to deal with, making it hard to think clearly. Example, she felt overwhelmed by the number of assignments she had to complete. Affirmation, meaning a positive statement that helps you stay motivated or change your mindset. Example, repeating affirmations like "I can do this" helped him stay focused during exams. Resilience, meaning the ability to recover quickly from difficulties or setbacks. Example, developing resilience helps you handle challenges without feeling defeated. Disconnect, meaning to take a break from something, especially from stressful work or activities, to relax. Example, I like to disconnect by going for a walk in the park during my lunch break. Perfection, meaning the state of being without flaws or faults, often an unrealistic expectation. Example, striving for perfection can lead to unnecessary pressure and stress.
So, let's wrap things up. We've discussed a lot today, everything from reframing pressure as an opportunity to using physical tools like deep breathing and exercise, to the importance of self-talk and connecting with others. There are so many ways we can stay calm when life gets overwhelming.
Yes, and remember, everyone's journey with managing pressure is different. It's about finding what works best for you. Whether it's visualizing success, taking time to breathe, or celebrating the small wins, every step you take helps you get better at handling stress.
We'd love to hear from you all. What are your go-to techniques for staying calm under pressure? Maybe it's something we haven't talked about today. Feel free to share in the comments. Your input might be exactly what someone else needs to hear.
Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. If you found today's podcast helpful, let us know and also share any topics you'd like us to explore in future episodes. Life is full of challenges, but we're all in this together, and staying calm under pressure is just another skill that we can all learn and improve.
Absolutely. Take care, keep practicing those calm habits, and we'll see you in the next episode. Remember, you're stronger than you think, and every stressful moment is an opportunity to grow. Stay calm, everyone.